If you don't want to work, then get out of this house. Even though I finally got a job offer. Having a freeloader like you around is demotivating and a nuisance. My sister Nicole, raising her voice in anger, blames me because she didn't like the dinner I made. So, that's why I. Cutting off my words, Nicole seeks help from our mother. Mom, say something. How long do you plan to keep this parasite in our house? This house is ours, right? Is it okay if our life gets harder because of someone like her? Well, now that Nicole has got a job, maybe it's time for the parasite to leave? It would be pitiful if she bothers Nicole. Ashley, you're old enough, so just leave the house. Hearing Nicole's words, our mother immediately takes her side. Empowered by having our mother on her side, Nicole goes even further. See, even Mom agrees, just get out. Don't ever come back. You're not part of the family anyway. Despite all the sacrifices I've made for the family. Realizing that they never cared makes me incredibly sad. Feeling that staying here is just foolish, I quietly make up my mind. All right, I'll leave. And I'll never involve myself with you, Mom, or Nicole again. That's fine with you both, right? Hearing my decision, Nicole and our mother point at me and laughingly say, "Of course, that's perfect. With one less parasite, we'll save on living expenses. Now pack your things and leave." That's right. I have Nicole, I don't need a parasite like you. Well, I'll leave tomorrow, but can I take all my belongings? Obviously. Make sure you take everything and never come back. Having a freeloader like you related to me is a stain on my life. Take all your belongings and get out. Understood. Then I'll take everything that's mine. As if you have anything of value, pretending to be strong. While Nicole and our mother mock me, they reach for the food I made again. I leave them to it and return to my room. My name is Ashley, and I am 29 and single this year. I live at home with my mother, her new husband Jason, and my sister Nicole. Before she remarried, our mother was kind to me too, but after Nicole was born, she doted on her and didn't care much for me. Ashley, you're the older sister, so give in to Nicole. But this is something I bought with my own allowance. Nicole wants it. Don't be so selfish. Our mother takes the clothes I bought and gives them to Nicole. Yay! I really wanted this dress. Nicole receives it from our mother with a smile as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Ashley, buy yourself some new clothes with this. Feeling down after having my clothes taken, Jason discreetly hands me some money so the others won't notice. Is that okay? I'm sorry I can't protect you more. Thank you, Dad. Jason is kind and tries to treat Nicole and me equally. But he can't often defend me openly in front of my strong-willed mother. However, having him there made me feel supported, the only solace I had. Thanks to him, I was able to go to college and graduate successfully. I'm going to live near the company once I start working. It takes too much time to commute from home. What are you saying? After we paid for your college, you're going to leave without repaying that favor? I won't allow you to live alone until you've repaid your debt to us. But if it takes 2 hours to commute to the company, I need to live closer. Wow, I'm appalled. You just want to make life easier for yourself by living away from your family. Anyway, I absolutely won't allow you to live alone. I had planned to leave home once I got a job. But faced with our mother's fierce opposition, I was forced to continue living miserably at home. Then, 6 years later. What? Dad has? Why so suddenly? He suddenly collapsed at work and didn't make it to the hospital in time. When Nicole started university, Jason suddenly passed away due to a sudden illness. What? I just started university. What are we going to do about tuition and other expenses? Our mother and Nicole only worry about their own future, leaving all the funeral preparations to me. Since you're not blood related to Dad, you shouldn't feel sad, right? You've been doing nothing but mooching off us at home, so at least be useful now. You're right, Mom. She's just a freeloader who lazes around at home even though she graduated from university. Dad just wasted his money on her tuition. Even during the wake, when it's just family, they continue to hurl abuse at me. Wanting to honor Jason's memory, I simply endure their insults. A few days later, after the funeral, we sort through the inheritance. Our mother and Nicole find a bank book in Jason's name and are delighted. Dad left us so much money, lucky me. Now I can buy the designer bag I wanted. That's great. Now we don't have to worry about Nicole's tuition or living expenses for a while. Maybe I'll buy some dresses too. Ah, of course, you don't get a share, Nicole. All the money Dad left is mine because I'm his real blood. You're not his real child, so you have no right to it. I never counted on inheriting anything from my stepfather. But Nicole still lashes out at me. I never intended to take anything in the first place. But since Dad left it, I just want it to be treated with care. Shut up. I don't want someone like you, who doesn't work and lives at home like a parasite, to worry about me. But I am working, you know. I've explained this many times. What? You say you're working while you're home all day? You're just delusional because you're an unmarried woman who can't make money and can't leave home, right? I definitely don't want to end up like you. No matter how often I explain my situation to Nicole, she never listens. However, I hope that once she starts job hunting, she might understand what my work entails. Thinking this, I, as an older sister, choose to overlook Nicole's harsh words. 2 years after our father's death, Nicole, now a junior in college, had finally started her job hunt. But perhaps because it's a tough process, she seemed more irritable than before. One evening, as we were all eating dinner, Nicole sighed heavily and said, "Ugh, I'm working so hard on job hunting and it's so exhausting too. Come home to see a freeloader lounging around the house. Isn't it unbearable? A freeloader? Who are you talking about? You, obviously. You don't even go outside, just lazing around the house. It's so annoying," I retorted to Nicole's accusation. Enough already. How many times do I have to tell you? I was working today, too. What? When I came back, you were leisurely reading a book on the couch. You call that work? That was a book related to my work. I've explained what I do to you many times. A job where you just stay home all day, fiddling on the computer or reading books, that's not a real job. Nowadays, even fresh graduates have to go to the office. Maybe the career you're aiming for requires going into the office. But there are jobs that can be done from home if you look. You're really annoying. I'm tired from job hunting. I don't want to hear a freeloader's ramblings. Nicole slammed the living room door and retreated to her room. Though I understood that job hunting was stressful, her increasing attacks on me were wearing me down. I sighed softly and looked over at our mother, who continued eating quietly. Mom. Nicole won't listen to me at all. Can you please explain to her about my work? Maybe later. She's just stressed from job hunting. That doesn't mean she can act like this every day. I'm getting stressed too. Don't say that. Ashley, you're the older sister, so try to be more considerate of Nicole. Even when I asked our mother to persuade Nicole, she only pressured me to endure. Doubting the attitudes of our mother and Nicole, I continued to do what I could for my family. Then, one day, as I was bringing dinner to the table, Nicole screamed shrilly. "What is this meal? You're home all day and still make shortcuts in cooking. This week has been busy with work. It's okay to cut corners when I'm busy. If you have a complaint, why don't you cook for yourself? Ha, work? Your job, which can't even earn money, must be about managing the household perfectly, right? All you do every day is play on the computer or read books. That's why. I'm telling you, I am working. Just listen to what I'm saying for once." Despite my desperate responses, my words never reached Nicole. Glancing sideways at our mother, she just turned away, pretending not to notice. "If you don't want to work, then get out of this house." Even though I finally got a job offer. Having a freeloader like you around is demotivating and a nuisance. So, that's why I. Cutting off my words, Nicole seeks help from our mother. "Mom, say something. How long do you plan to keep this parasite in our house? This house is ours, right? Is it okay if our life gets harder because of someone like her?" Well, now that Nicole has got a job, maybe it's time for the parasite to leave? It would be pitiful if she bothers Nicole. "Ashley, you're old enough, so just leave the house." Hearing Nicole's words, our mother immediately takes her side. Empowered by having our mother on her side, Nicole goes even further. "See, even Mom agrees, just get out. Don't ever come back. You're not part of the family anyway." Despite all the sacrifices I've made for the family, realizing that they never cared makes me incredibly sad. Feeling that staying here is just foolish, I quietly make up my mind. All right, I'll leave. And I'll never involve myself with you, Mom, or Nicole again. That's fine with you both, right? Hearing my decision, Nicole and our mother point at me and laughingly say, "Of course, that's perfect. With one less parasite, we'll save on living expenses. Now pack your things and leave." That's right. I have Nicole, I don't need a parasite like you. Well, I'll leave tomorrow, but can I take all my belongings? Obviously. Make sure you take everything and never come back. Having a freeloader like you related to me is a stain on my life. Take all your belongings and get out. Understood. Then I'll take everything that's mine. As if you have anything of value, pretending to be strong. Nicole and our mother mock me as they reach for the food I made again. I leave them to it and return to my room. Later, I hurriedly searched for a new place to live and managed to find an apartment available for immediate move-in. As I was moving in, my phone rang. Picking up, I heard a loud voice on the other end. "Why did you take all the furniture and appliances? The house is empty because you took everything. Bring back everything you took right now." "What are you talking about?" "Nicole, you were the one who said I should take all my belongings. So, I only took the things I bought with my own money. I didn't steal anything that belonged to you or Mom." "What? What are you talking about, Nicole? Didn't Mom buy the furniture and appliances with Dad's inheritance? After the first anniversary of Dad's death, she replaced everything that was old." "No, that's not true. I bought those furniture and appliances with my own money. Most of Dad's inheritance was used to pay off Mom's debts." I continued to explain calmly to Nicole. "What? There's nothing left. Then, what about our living expenses until now? Nicole, unable to grasp the situation, muttered in a faint voice. If you're curious, why don't you ask Mom? As I suggested this, Nicole hastily turned to our mother nearby. What does this mean, Mom? That's, well. Hearing our mother's flustered voice, I sighed and spoke the truth. I was paying for everything, Nicole. The living expenses and your tuition fees, all of it. I've explained many times that I earn a decent salary working from home as a software engineer. No way. You're lying. You were just playing on the computer every day. How can you make money from that? You must have been using Dad's inheritance, right? And you squandered it? Nicole refused to believe my story and even started accusing me falsely. I pressed on with the reality. I earned over $5,000 a month as a freelance software engineer by studying hard on my own. More than half of that I put into our household expenses. But still, it's unbelievable that it would run out so quickly. The inheritance wasn't enough, and I covered the rest. And Mom continued to splurge, so there's no money left now. What? Then what about my tuition fees? If we can't pay, I won't be able to graduate from university. Didn't you have money left too? Why don't you use that? There's nothing left. It all went quickly because I bought department store cosmetics and brand items. That's why I told you to use it wisely. Nicole. What will happen if you can't graduate? We were counting on your salary. Mom, that's your problem. What will happen to me if I can't graduate? What? I don't know anything about that. As they blamed each other, I could hear Nicole and our mother shouting through the phone. Both seemed to finally understand their predicament, their voices tinged with panic. Well, if you can't pay the tuition, you'll have to drop out of university. And the job offer you received based on your expected graduation might even be revoked. That's terrible. Please, big sister, come back home. We're family, aren't we? If not, at least pay my tuition fees. Yes, if Ashley comes back, everything will be fine. Please, Ashley, you're our only hope. Let's live together as a family of 3, like before. After you drove me out and repeatedly called me a parasite. It's ridiculous to say we're family now. It's too late for that. With Nicole and our mother begging tearfully, I firmly ended the call and blocked their numbers. Later, Nicole and our mother, having lost the financial support I provided, failed to pay the rent for the house and were evicted. Unable to pay her tuition, Nicole was inevitably dismissed from the university, and her job offer was revoked as a result. Forced to drop out, Nicole managed to scrape by with multiple part-time jobs. Our mother, having rarely worked before, started as a cashier at a supermarket, but struggled with the unfamiliar work, leading to frequent arguments with Nicole over stress. As for me, I was finally living alone, enjoying the freedom and financial savings from not having to support the household. I decided to pursue my interests and walk my own path toward happiness.